Hey everyone, it's Storm here, bringing you guys another First Descendant build guide. Today we've got Gley, specifically Void Erosion Gley, and I'm so excited to show her to you because she is like performing the best in it, and I've loved Gley since the very beginning. We're gonna go over the modules that I'm using with a few substitutes if you want them. Then we're gonna talk about the weapons, external components, the best reactor for this content, and then we are also going to talk about the inversion reinforcements. So let's get right on into it over here. So to get us started, I just want to go over the few skills that we're going to be using because we're not actually going to be using all of them. We're just going to be using the first and third ability. So to keep it simple, let's just focus on those right here. So the first ability right here, Frenzied. I stay in Frenzied the whole time. If you're having a problem living, you can always switch it off to grab the health orbs and such. So that way you can take more life in, because when you do turn on the Frenzied mode, you do take more damage and you heal less. So the other thing is we're going to be using her third ability right here, which is just unlimited ammo. So the most important thing about this is that you try to have your duration equal to or higher than your cooldown. Some people might say it is a waste to have that duration higher than the cooldown. However, my beg to differ is that if you are having to pop the ability less, you cancel that skill animation, you do not have to take it as often, you are going to be performing better with that higher duration because you are having to use the ability less, thus taking more time and everything like that. So now that we know the skills that we're going to be using, let's hop on over to the modules and talk about what's important there. So the most important two right here is going to be Nimble Fingers and MP conversion. Gley's cooldowns are so high, so when you knock down that cooldown, it's so effective to just get you right up there and fast. These two right over here focus on non-attribute dimension. I have them here because I just took it from another portion of my build. You don't need to have them maxed out. All you are looking for here is the skill cooldown of negative 6.1% on both of these. It could even be focus on fire if you wanted. It does not matter. The skill is going to do 0 for you. We're doing all weapon damage in this build. Speaking of all weapon damage, we're going firearm attack with that shot focus to just really increase it even more. Then Gley does not use max MP. She does not use MP or shields. However, she does use her health as her source of energy. So Stim Accelerant right here, getting rid of your MP for the highest possible health boost. This is even better than HP amplification. On my original build a long time ago, I had that, but then I noticed this gives you even more health. So take Stim Accelerant over HP amplification. Get you extra health. If you don't have it yet, then sure, go with HP amplification, but it's pretty easy to get. So look for it, find it. That standard increase of HP is super great. Then skill extension and maximize duration. That is how you're really going to get that skill extension up. So that way you can stay in your infinite ammo ability or 3 so much longer without having to reset it, reload, and you're just going to be knocking out those enemies so fast. Then the last one here, HP Collector. I save this one for last because this is going to be your mod that you might switch out. So I like to be just super safe. I just want to beat it every time. I wasn't specifically speed running for like a #1 spot. I just wanted to be consistent and be able to farm the weapon core. So I put on HP Collector. If you are speed running or you're trying to get a good time or anything like that, right here, switch it out for the accelerated drive shaft. When rolling, fire rate increases at 5 seconds at a 15% chance. Your gun does truly go crazy during this time, but I just found it better for myself to be in that. Another one you could do is the improved drive shaft when rolling the firearm attack. With the last Dagger, I probably would do the firearm attack over the accelerated one. However, both seem great. If you are going to do the, let's see, the perforator as your build, then I would go for the fire rate because that fire rate just really increases and you really knock out the damage. Although it does get a little bit harder to control then. But that's not in this build. I have used it before. Let's move on here now that you know those few other options. The guns that I'm specifically using and that you'll see at the end when I go over the how to use this build is going to be a lot of the last Dagger and a lot of the restored Relic. So the last Dagger is what I try to start out every little fight with and how I mow down the enemies quickly. You're going to see me go into a room right here, just take out the first few enemies. Then when I come to a big group of enemies, and we've done this enough, you're going to kind of know when those groups are coming up. So then I switched to the restored relic here, and I just fire it in, fire it in, fire it in. You can see here all the explosions happening. Then once I notice there's only a few numbers, I flop back to the last dagger here, and then I go in and crush it. So we'll go over that in the how-to. You'll see exactly how I did it. I think it's a fantastic way to go. Then right here, we've got the reactor. It does not matter if you level it up. It could be 0, it could be toxic, it could be fire. The most important things that you're looking for are skill cooldown and that skill duration up. You want to make it so you're going to have unlimited ammo as much as you can and that you can refresh it as much as you can. And you want that duration to last as long as you can so you don't have to do the animation to get back into it. Then the last thing here, I use the Polar Night set. So what's super important here is that you're stacking your firearm critical hit damage every single time you're inflicting frostbite. And since you're inflicting frostbite with all of our bullets, we are really just upping that damage. The restored relic and the last dagger both have a great crit rate and some crit damage within their special abilities. So I think it's a fantastic thing to use these for that. Now, going back over to that weapons here, let's take a look at the modules I used for the last dagger. So I tested out quite a few things here, and what I found worked the best for me because I did kind of spray and pray a lot, and I wanted to just move from person to person based on who I wanted to get rid of first. And that made it so I was technically missing a fair amount of weak points because this was my original one. And it does mow down bosses faster. Like when you're in the last boss, this will mow him down faster, especially if you're not missing any weak points and it's just the one and you're not going from person to person. Sure, this was good. What I found to be best was just really focusing on all my chills. So I have chill priority here, chill circulation, chill enhancement, and then right here. And I did have to choose circulation over snowflake conductor because mental focus, which is firearm attack, is increasing so much up to 150 stacks when you're not reloading. And with Gley, you're not technically ever reloading. So it's so effective and so great. Then concentration priority. You don't care about the reload negativity because you're not reloading. Then better concentration and better insight. Give yourself more crit damage, give yourself more crit chance. So that way you're just really stacking up on that. And of course, the ones that we know to be true and the best in slot, every single weapon, action and reaction, and rifle reinforcement, they're just a must, especially on the last dagger here. So important to have those. So let's go ahead and take a look at the restored relic next. So what you want, oh, actually, going back here. So I did chilled for my random one just because it doesn't have an automatic element. Then I got firearm attack. And then the last two, I really wanted fire rate. Like I mentioned in builds before, if this isn't for Gley, you might want to change out one of those fire rates for a rounds per magazine. But for me, not caring about rounds per magazine, it was so important to just get the most out of my fire rate that I could possibly get. Then over here, and then the substats for the original one, I did firearm attack, bonus firearm against the Legion of Darkness, firearm damage, and the chill attack. Again, just really increasing all that chill damage and everything like that. Second, the restored relic here, I've got fire rate, fire rate, fire rate, chill attack, chill attack. So double those. And look, I saw some purples and I was crushing. If you took the time to get those even a little bit more perfect, you'd probably do even better. Down here, I did chill attack, bonus damage, Legion against darkness, explosive attack, and firearm crit damage. Super great for this weapon. On here, I did test out a few things and I did find that the one increased radius explosion was plenty enough. If you are going to try to add another one, I definitely would not go with the low pressure shells. Go with the ammo optimization over it because you really don't want to lose that fire rate. We're investing a lot into fire rate, so don't take that big negative fire rate hit. Then I use Snowflake Conductor. Chill circulation does better burst damage. I like the more consistent damage, so I chose this. Then I, again, went with the chill enhancement and chill priority to just maximize that chill damage. Fire rate, we're no shock to that one. I mean, we talked about it earlier. It is there. We need it. Better insight, better concentration. Again, we're a high crit weapon. We want to capitalize on all the crit that we can get. We already mentioned it, but that increased radius, I just have one. Add a second one if you want. Most importantly, though, don't skip either of these, the rifle and reinforcement and action and reaction. Always best in slot for every weapon. Those are always going to be the first ones that you want to put on every single one without all the ability to add the others. So those are going to be the first two. Now, let's go on over to the inversion reinforcement here. So I picked Hunt. Just having that extra HP is so fantastic. And it does couple really well with this one. So that way when you gain HP, you're gaining even more because you've got that higher max HP in general. Then this one specifically for Void Erosion level 30, I'm using chill rounds. Again, if you are doing one of the other levels, just match it to the enemy's weakness. So that way you are capitalizing on the most damage you can. The Void Erosion is all about the firearm damage, all about the damage with the bullets. So really focus on that, you guys. So let's get into how I did the Void here. So here we go. Let's take us over there. You guys, as promised, we are right at the beginning of the Void Vessel here. I'm going to walk you through just a few moments of how to make the best of this build and how to utilize it best. So again, you're always going to be utilizing cover here. So kind of standing behind where you got an angle, they can't easily shoot at you. You're mowing through the small groups of enemies here. Then right here, as we run the corner, we're going to kill this last guy. Then once you get to a room here, you just know it's going to be full of enemies. Pull your rocket launcher, fire like crazy. Just get it. You can see all the damage numbers that are popping up. Once these numbers cool down, which is going to be a second, there's a lot out there, then you're going to flop back to your last dagger and you're going to pop them out. So right here, pop it up, pop it up, pop it up. So the last dagger is going to have a much higher single target DPS. Then we are going to get here and we are going to fire upon them, rain it all down here. So as you can see, it's just going to be wash, rinse, repeat. Then once those numbers cool down, you are going to grab your last dagger out and you're going to finish them up right there. So that's enough of that. Let's pop right over to the last part where we face the boss. So we just killed the last two mobs here. We're pushing on over. We're gonna hit the main boss now. So right here, I'm hanging over the edge. Try not to get too close. As you can see, that will push your gun up. What you really want to focus on here is going for that weak point, going for that weak point. Roll out whenever you see that coming from the sky. You don't want to get hit by that. It does massive damage. As he comes around, just move with the environment so you always have that slight bit of cover to help yourself. Trying to miss the ledge whenever you can. I hit it way too much right there, but that's okay. I still got it done. So again, kill those little guys whenever you have the chance. The trash mobs just need to be taken out. Right here again, take them out as quickly as you can. Every time you kill one, you get a chance to kind of gain that HP back. Grabbing the orbs when you can. Saving the big health packs for when you need them. Killing the trash mobs whenever they are there, so that way they're not going to hit you as well. Then, again, utilizing that cover so he can't hit you, but you can hit him. When you have your unlimited ammo on, you do move a bit slower. So as you saw, I ziplined out of the way there. That is going to be the best thing to do when you have that, so that way you don't accidentally get hit if you didn't roll fast enough. Now here, again, using that cover, hit, 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 hit. Just gun for it. Oh my god. And boom, he is dead. So fun thing, I actually hit my highest and best here, and I was like, yep, this is the build I'm gonna bring to the community. So look at that, 1.1 billion, boom. All right, awesome, you guys. So you could see how I maneuvered in and out of the battle, how I used cover for the Void Erosion to really help me get it through. That was a solo one, and it was fun to see that at the end of that solo, I actually got my best Void Erosion time ever. So kind of fun that I get it during testing just while I'm figuring out new things. I was like, yep, this is the one we're gonna go with. All right, you guys, let me know what you're thinking of the Void Erosion. Are you enjoying it? Is it too hard? Have you beat 30 yet? Do you need help? Well, whatever it is, friends, go ahead, hit me up in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. As a new content creator, even one like or subscribe goes a ton for me. I literally do get so excited because this has been so fun for me to create all these videos. But as always, friends, ask away. Have a great day. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.